I don't want to buy a car here. I've been in LA about a week, and I'm Ubering, and Uber costs money if you're going all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent $80 the other night on Uber to perform at a coffee house. Okay, I spent $30 to go to Santa Monica.
Welcome to LA,
and then
by
I
the
made
way.
$10. I got Venmo $10, which is worse than nothing. It is worse
right,
than
you'd
making.
rather get nothing.
You'd rather get nothing. You get Venmo'd me 10. Then my friend guilted me. She goes, "You said you would do our show too." So I said, "Okay." And then I got in a 30-minute, $45 Uber all the way to the east side, wherever the fuck they to perform in some coffee house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go bankrupt doing comedy here. Like I'm spending more money.
Right. Getting to the place than you're getting from the comedy. And it's bad.
Yeah.
Your self-esteem is just.
And here's the problem. You got to watch out for who books you here because there's listen, and I don't want to offend anyone here, but here's the reality of what is going on. Do you know, have you seen like a horror movie or The Walking Dead or Bird Box or any of these zombie movies, these post-apocalyptic movies where like everybody gets a disease?
Right.
And there's always a scene in the movie where a guy, like 8 people that haven't been turned into zombies or holed up somewhere.
Yeah.
And then somebody comes into the thing and they're trying to figure out like, is this person feral?
Right.
Have they been bit?
You can't.
So this is the thing. When you get booked on a show, you start going. So I look at this one comic. She books me. She goes, "Hey, I'm a fan. I got 2 shows for you."
Yeah.
So I said, "Okay, really cool." Then I look at her Facebook, and I see her Facebook profile has every club she's ever worked at. Like comedian at Comedy Store, comedian at Improv, comedian at Flatbirds, comedian at this, comedian at Haha, comedian at. So immediately, as soon as I see that, I go, "She's been bit. She's feral. She's feral. She's feral, which means she's mentally ill. She's no longer with us.
Yeah.
She's no longer healthy. She's no longer fighting the good fight.
Yeah.
She's been bit. She has the disease.
She has the disease.
She's got the itch. Bad.
Real bad.
So I'm a little skeptical of the show, but I figure it's probably just a regular shitty show.
Right.
That this
15 people.
Yeah, that this zombie has booked me on. Because that's what comedians who don't succeed become zombies. Because they're running on an operating system that isn't human.
Right.
And it's not human anymore.
Right.
You're not having human feelings and interactions.
No, not at all.
You're out there in the fucking. So I show up to this lounge in Studio City at 7 fucking p.m. It's the day. And it's a lounge. Okay? I go in and there's a bouncer there and he goes, "Hey man." He puts his hand up like, "Whoa." Like, where
do you think you're going?
Yeah, like, who the fuck are you? Immediately, I know it's a problem. He goes, "Are you audience or are you on the show?" And I'm like, "I'm on the show." And he goes, "All right, what's your name?" He goes, "Write it down." So I write it down. And then I swear to God, he goes, "Legibly." So I write it down again.
Are you?
Yeah, more legibly.
God.
And he goes, "Did you get a chance to share the flyer?"
The guy at the door asked
said
you
this to me. The flyer where my name is spelt wrong. And the flyer that is also advertising 7 weeks of upcoming shows with other headlines. Okay? That flyer, he would have liked me to promote their entire operation. And I said, "Yeah, I think I retweeted it." He thought for a minute. And then that was apparently okay. And he goes like this. He goes, "Okay." So I made it past him. So I go into this fucking dungeon.
Pear.
I look around. Well, we can't do that now because we have the video.
Right.
So everyone knows. But I don't smoke. And I will say this. We are sponsored by Marlboro Lights. Marlboro Lights, they're not just for Asians, but Asians love them. And I think that's a smart ad campaign.
It is.
Now
They should do that.
I walk in this lounge and I look around at everybody that's there, and it's clearly people that are not. They're not audience. They're all comedians, and they're all unwell. You can see them. It's just people that are just starting.
Right.
They think this is their moment.
Right.
It's not a cool mic. It ain't hit. You
No,
can tell these aren't the kids who think these people are. And then I look at the woman who booked me, and I can just tell. I take a quick look at her, and she's thrilled. She's smiling.
Can't believe you showed up.
Well, she's feral. She's been bit. So she's thrilled. She's happy and she's smiling. And I say, "Oh, she's a zombie." She's a zombie. So now I got to talk to this feral zombie who was bitten by the bug of delusion and everything else. So I say to her, I go, hi, is this an open mic? Like, just let's.
Mm-hmm. Jesus.
She goes, no, it's a book show. She goes, but it's all comics in the audience. And I'm like, well, that's a mic. But I don't say that to her.
Right, you can't.
Because she's been bit. So I don't want her to bite me. I don't want whatever has infected her to infect me. That's why you can't spend time with losers. Yeah. People think I'm being mean when I say that. No, you catch it.
Right.
You catch loser
Yeah.
from these people.
Yeah.
So then I see a girl that I love who's a brilliant comic who's sitting at the bar, who's really good, who's had a rough go of it.
Right.
And I walk up to her. I approach her carefully because I don't know if she's been bit either. But it don't look good. Doesn't look good. Doesn't look good.
Right.
She looks fine from the outside. You can't see the scales yet. You can't see the bulging veins and the bluish skin. You can't see the vacant look in her eyes, and you can't see the blood dripping from her mouth because she's just had a fresh kill. So I see her sitting at the bar, and I'm like, well, she's okay, right? I mean, I knew her. She looks how she used to look when I knew her.
Right.
I walk over to her and I go, hey, how are you? And I say, is this an open mic? And I swear to Christ, she put her hand on my shoulder and she looked at me. She goes, honey, we're in hell. And then she goes, you want to see the dresses I bought? And she opens a bag and starts pulling out dresses, which were disgusting. And I mean, I'm not a fashionista, but they were like shit brown. They were not good.
Yeah.
This was not a rodeo spree. She was on. These were probably dresses of people who she bit. And she's drinking a milk glass of scotch. And she then, and then as she's showing me the dresses, I just back away slowly.
Right.
I back away slowly.
Yeah.
Like if I had a gun, I would have the gun on everybody.
Yeah.
As I back away. Like now I'm looking at everyone, not making eye contact. And I finally get in an Uber and I get the fuck out of there. And then this cunt who booked me messages me on Instagram. She's like, what about that other show I had you booked on? I'm like, well, what's the deal with that one?
She booked two different shows?
Yeah, because she's like, oh, don't worry, I already booked it. And then I wanted to go off on her, tell her what she was about.
Right.
Tell her, but then I said, no, block her.
Yeah.
Just block her.
Yeah, you have
Get her out.
Yeah.
Get her. Don't send her a message and she's going to then publicize.
These people are they're like mediums that talk to ghosts, except the ghosts are their shows and their career in comedy.
People cannot even begin to understand the human tragedy that is comedy.
It's unbelievable. Most of the shows here, they're like pranks. You show up and it's like, is this Jackass? Like, are there cameras around? Why'd you do this to me?
I don't care where you work. I don't care if you work in a cancer ward of sick children. There is nothing sadder than what this is. I don't care if every day you have to walk into a room and tell a bunch of parents it's his last morning. Go on in there and kiss him. That is much more uplifting than dealing with the feral zombies that walk the earth in hell. It's like we just saw this great play, The Ferryman in New York City. And man, I wish I had that quote from like Greek mythology or something where the guy goes, and there's just these 1,000 souls. Hades won't even take them on the river across to like hell or whatever. There's these 1,000 souls. They just walk the earth undead, waiting for the ferryman. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I know them all.
Yeah.
I know those people. I got them in my phone.
I know. And you got to be nice. Be like, no, it's okay. I can't show up because of this or that. You can't just say like, you're an absolute sociopathic maniac.
I'm not saying that I am fucking, like anything that should be respected or whatever. I'm saying if you have a show, tonight I walked through a show, there were 4 people there.
Right.
And I said, we're not doing this, right?
No,
and then they looked at me like I was insane.
Right. No, see, it doesn't matter who you are. It matters that you're a human being that deserves human respect.
Yes, queen.
And for whatever reason, the minute you say you do stand-up, people are just like, no, it's okay. You'll come. You do stand-up in my bathroom to my,
I was in it. Right. You come do stand-up in my bathroom.
Please,
I'm going to OD in the tub. I was in an Uber the other day going, taking another $70 Uber ride just around LA. And the Uber guy goes, yeah, you in the comedy business? And I'm like, I'm like, no, because I was talking to him on the phone. So I go, yeah,
Right,
I was.
right.
He goes, I always want to get in that older guy, like white guy, like that,
Mhm.
like someone's fun uncle who ain't that fun. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, I always wanted to get in. But he goes, it seems like it takes so much balls to just get up there. And as he says that, I just put my headphones in and I just pressed play and just went out. I just stopped. I said, I can't do it. I can't even engage this guy in a conversation about what an utter nightmare. I mean,
and that's for his own sake. I mean, like you would just be so unbearably just.
He goes, it's got to take a lot when there's a lot of people in the audience. I said, well, there's no one in the audience, sir. Lucky for you, there's no one here. Everyone in the audience wants to get on the stage. They're just waiting to get on the stage.
Yeah.
It's a fucking.
Now it's a bunch of people making flyers.
And I was.
It's just they're using, Windows Movie Maker. They're making a really good flyer.
They just care about the flyer.
Yeah, they put a movie scene that they love that they couldn't make.
We should do a fake show that never happens and just make a big flyer.
That's it.
A glossy flyer.
There was a whole year in LA where I just posted that I was on shows.
Yeah, no one knows.
I would just say, like, I'm on Laugh Tub tonight, 9 p.m. Check it out. Come. I would cancel mics. I'd be like, the mic's canceled.
Yeah.
People would not show up. You could just have control. It's all a farce.
It's all insane.
It's completely insane.
They are wandering the earth, souls that can't get into heaven or hell, awaiting the ferryman that just won the Tony for Best Play. That's what it is. They are just the damaged. It's not even cute.
It's really not cute
If
anymore.
you're not performing in a club, it's embarrassing now.
Yeah.
People are going, I'm having my 4-year anniversary show, and we're doing it in the back of a truck. And we're opening up the truck, and it's a pop-up show in the back of a truck going down the 405, and it's the 4-year anniversary. I walk into some of these shows, and I'm like, you've been doing this 3 years, you're admitting it, and you're having an anniversary? How about you get married and have an anniversary with someone who loves you?
Right.
Instead of inflicting your comedy on people.
The worst is the road trips that you see them, and they post on Facebook, like, just drove 37 hours straight.
Oh, yeah.
Finally in upstate New York.
Yeah.
4 people in the crowd. I did 70 minutes.
I just want to say to everyone in this audience who's not pursued your dream, good for you.
Yeah, you're like legends.
You are the legends.
They're amazing people.
You are the winners.
Just, the people that just went and got their welder's license.
The winner is the person who unclogs a toilet and gets paid for it.
Right.
That's the win. The winner is not the person who wanders around Los Angeles for 35 years trying to get. It's really.
It's crazy. It's insane.
If you need, go get a potato and put a Marlboro Light in its mouth and watch that and then press play on your phone.